Mining is the muscle behind the Australian economy and one of our biggest employers. Some of the industry's giants, backed by the Australian government, are making sure that more Indigenous people get to share in that wealth. You're about to meet a group of young men and women determined to do just that, and some of them will have to dig deep to reach their dreams.
Good morning. Up and at 'em.
It's still dark on a school day, and Peter Carbe is getting the kids out of bed.
Yeah, some mornings I go and knock on the door about 2 or 3 times and they laugh about it, you know, yeah.
Morning.
Good morning, Tarquin.
Yeah.
These aren't Peter's children. They're 5 young Indigenous students sharing a house in Brisbane's Capalaba. It's their temporary home during a 5-month pre-apprenticeship training program with the construction and mining giants Thiess and Hastings DEEWR.
It's about increasing the number of Indigenous people we have in the workforce, particularly in the apprentice or the trade side of things. So we've got 11 males and 1 female. They come from all parts of Queensland. We've got them, those that are from out of town, housed in supported accommodation. 1 house in Sunnybank and 1 house in Capalaba, supported by live-in mentors or uncles and aunties.
Peter and wife Teresa are auntie and uncle at the Thiess house. They're here to take care of these young people while they learn heavy industry skills and hopefully earn an apprenticeship.
Are you going to have any breakfast this morning, mate?
Yeah, some weakness.
I think coming away from their homes and their families, and especially the ones that they connect with in their families, I think is a bit hard because Brisbane is so huge.
At 16, Emma Jenkins from Townsville is the youngest and only girl in the course.
Well, I want to be a diesel fitter, qualified tradesperson, and I think it kind of runs off with family. Like, my mum's now a qualified train driver. My dad, he's done sort of similar work to what I'm about to do, and it comes down to that point where, you know, you've got to decide what are you going to do for the rest of your life.
Ready to rock and roll, guys? Yeah.
Peter's main job of the day is driving the young people across town to training. They're halfway through a 20-week course and finally getting their hands dirty at Hastings Steering Institute, a school for industry trades.
How long does it take to fill out the Take 5 book?
5
Not half an hour.
Rod Abbott is their no-nonsense teacher.
Well, they're here for a 10-week programme, and over that 10 weeks you're going to be learning, starting off with mathematics, going right up to stripping and rebuilding diesel engines.
Dude, they're not metric, they're imperial. They're metric. Yeah, not knowing what's what and what we've done wrong, but yeah, that's the way you do it. You learn from your mistakes.
The little spring, I put it back in, but I didn't tell Tarquin that it was in there, and he must have just dropped it. So.
It should be a spring about this long and about that fat. We need to find it. Well done. Extra credit for Joe.
Sometimes these tasks sound simple, but to actually do them in practice takes a lot more care than the guys realise, and it does take a few goes.
Where's the rest of that injector gone that was on the table here? Unfortunately, one of the group behind me have pulled the engine apart. I haven't got a plan, and now we're going to have to put the engine back together to work out how they pulled it apart. They were the ones who did it the fastest, yeah. So sometimes speed doesn't work.
Testing circuit boards, soldering wires.
There you go. Good connection, leads on tight.
Jump-starting engines. Great skills if you want a job in heavy industry. But some lessons can't be taught in a workshop. The Salvation Army's Riverview Farm is a country setting for learning life skills and letting go of the past.
The idea of this is symbolic, and some people may think very silly, and that's okay, but it's just an opportunity to burn the things that have held you back. There's people within this group that have experienced homelessness. There's certainly, at times, all of them have been unemployed. Some are straight out of school. Some have got family issues that they've had to deal with over their short life. And then the hard hat symbol, well, that was just a symbol of the industry that they're going to work in, and so the idea of putting their future goals down on the hard hat so that they can look at it as a reference point in the weeks, months, perhaps years to come.
I already know that what we're doing now and what we're in the program is a big opportunity, and, you know, we can't muck around with it.
So you climb up and jump out and hit the ball if you can, and we'd love you to yell something as you're doing it.
I thought, yeah, I'd have a go at it, just jump for it, but when you think about it and you're looking down and you just, it's a big step to what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, let's go, Emma. Don't look down. Yeah, you can do it.
It's helped me to see more of teamwork and communication, helped me to make more friendships with the lads here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
Friendship has forged the trainees into a family.
How many sets are you going to do?
We'll try and do 10.
Yeah, okay. They miss a name, and that's where I come in to come together as one. Yeah.
Oh, they're great. They're really nice people. Yeah, it's just like mother and father away from home, really.
Should be just about right to chuck in that sausage? Yeah. Things need to be done in the house. There is a routine, there is a roster. We do want them to maintain, you know, keeping their rooms tidy, because they need to do that outside this house as well. They need to do that later on in life. You know, I said to Pete, we actually have the privilege of sitting here with these young people and sharing with them just things that'll just inspire them as well to keep going. Young Emma, she likes cooking. She enjoys cooking, but yeah, she is a very feminine girl. She was the first one out of the group that got their uniform, so when she got home, she actually tried it all on.
Oh, it looks really cool. Does it fit around the waist?
And she came in and she was really excited, motivated, and she felt proud to have something on that was, you know, was a part of where she was heading in life.
Look, you even got your name on it as well.
And wanting to get into an industry where it's male-dominated, you know, it's gutsy. So I thought, oh, this kid's got a bit of guts about it, a bit of backbone.
Cool. Looks sharp.
At Tarong Power Station, northwest of Brisbane, a steady stream of coal keeps the turbines spinning. The trainees are here at Thiess's Meandu mine to see how it all works.
All right, so there she is.
And inspect the massive machines they may one day handle.
Oh, look how deadly you look! You look really sharp!
The coal comes in one end, we separate rocks and the lesser quality coal, and it goes out the other end of the coal plant.
Alan is impressed, but more so with his personal progress.
I've gave up drinking the day I started this program. So 13 weeks without alcohol, really getting my feet on stable ground. Yeah, I'd love to work on machinery, the dump trucks and excavators.
They've all said they wanted to be diesel fitters or fabricators and work in the mining industry, but until they get out here and see what it's like to get some dirt under the fingernails, some grease, and see the big machines, hopefully it'll really get them excited about it, or maybe they'll think twice, or maybe it's not for me.
The last days of the Thiess program, and the trainees look more at ease in the workshop.
Yeah, just lining up the two little dots here.
It's extremely rewarding, not just to see people who've come in and don't know how to pull on a spanner and now know which way the spanner goes, but the fact that someone comes in has now got pride in what they're doing. You know, they're excited to come to work the next day.
As you would have seen, they've all got the PPE, the bright orange shirts, and now they're starting to show grease marks and stains, and they've started to get involved in the work and really getting their fingers, grease under the fingernails.
Al, you need a 13mm socket and ratchet?
Yeah. I've sort of got a routine now, getting up out of bed, getting dressed and having breakfast and stuff, yeah, coming to training. We've been working on loaders like this. Yeah, there was a loader there in 2 pieces, so we had to put them back together. Yeah, so that was good.
This is officially our last week that we have left. We just spent the last week at Hastings, DEEWR, and we're finishing off the 3 assessments we have left. I feel like I've improved in a lot of things and I've learnt so much that I never expected myself to be doing. Never in a million years.
Graduation is close and the excitement is building.
I've got my dress finally. I actually got it probably 2 weeks ago, a bit late. And I finally got my shoes, so I'm all prepared for it.
At South Bank's River Room, orange shirts have been swapped for satin and suits.
It's a pleasure for me to welcome you to the graduation and awards evening for the Thiess Hastings DEEWR Indigenous Pre-Employment Program.
It's a real night of celebration. They get to bring along a guest. They all get done up in their jackets and ties and look really smart.
This is the payoff for 5 months of hard work, far from home. And loved ones are here to celebrate.
Glad to meet you. Because it's a long 20 weeks for them. So they're here at the end of it, so I'm really proud of them and they just, got a happy heart tonight.
Mr. Alan Manning.
I'd probably have a big sigh of relief. Yeah, it's all done and now we're on to the next stage.
The lady of the group, Miss Emma Jenkins.
I'm feeling very overwhelmed would be the word for it,
Yeah, she's really matured and grown up a lot with this course. It's been really great and I'm very, very proud of her. And looking forward to how she goes in the next 4 years.
The trainees are now industry qualified and best of all, they've been offered jobs. Emma's won her dream role, a diesel fitter apprentice with Thiess.
And when we offer them a full-time job and a bit of paper to sign a contract, they sometimes are overcome with emotion and there's some tears to shed on both sides. You can appreciate that they have, like you perhaps said, generational unemployment, that they've grown up not seeing mum or dad or granddad go to work.
Congratulations, guys, we've done it. This is it, we've done it.
Seeing their faces on the graduation at the end, where they're so pleased that they've got a job at the end of it, they've got a qualification, that for me is worth the money I get paid, you know.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, this is really just the beginning. A lot of them are at such a young age that the world is their oyster.
This is one experience that I'll definitely keep with me for the rest of my life.
It's sort of like there's progress and it's sort of like I'm heading in the right direction to something better than where I was. Yeah.